I'm Ronnie Ford. I'm the course leader of the BSc in Architecture, which is the undergraduate course at UCLan. The course is of 3 years in duration. It is fully validated by the Royal Institute of British Architects.
Architecture is one of those things that is very, very varied. I think the way in which it is taught can suit certain times of your project, certain points in your project. Sometimes it can not. I think it's just that will happen with architecture.
It's been a bit harder than I thought it might have been. At times it's been quite challenging, like with the workload and stuff.
It's really interesting, rewarding. It's a lot of work, but nothing worth doing was ever easy.
I could say it would be quite stressful, and to always remember to pace yourself and not overwhelm yourself with the amount of work. So it's all about organising your time. The support network's really good. You can always go and see your tutors, and you can always just knock on their door whatever time, and they'll help you out.
So within architecture, you not only study sort of arts and socioeconomics, but you do geography and political history and a bit of philosophy. It's really interesting and very broad.
I chose UCLan because the facilities are absolutely spot on. State-of-the-art facilities. I think there's a tendency with architecture, some courses can get very stuck in the ways, and I think there was a very progressive nature to architecture at UCLan, and it was something that really took me when I came around and visited.
Facilities are very, very good, and it's been commented on by the RIBA on their visits here. We've got workshop facilities that are all within proximity of the studios, and that is also the same with a resource centre that provides a whole series of architectural monographs and periodicals which support what goes on in studios.
It's not a lecture-based course whereby you constantly sit in looking at a tutor from 60 feet away. You've constantly got interaction. You've got tutorials every, in our case, Monday, Thursday, and you get that interaction regularly. So if there is a problem, it's only 2-3 days away before you can have a chat with the tutor anyway.
One of the things that is important is that we make students here fit for purpose. We do look at the other aspects of architecture, which will be the technological and the environmental.
Today has been a fantastic day for students because we've gone on a field trip. So we're talking about real life here, real life projects and developments and real life issues when you're an architect. So this morning we went down to the Woodnut Regeneration Project, which is pretty much unprecedented in the country because you've got a very, very difficult situation where you've got empty terraces which are incredibly hard to refurbish on a budget, but also very steep sites, so it'd be very difficult to knock down and rebuild. And we've been lucky enough to have the council come to talk to us about some of the issues they've had in getting development up and running.
We've got quite a lot of close contact with the industry at UCLan. A lot of local architects do career days with the school, and it's really useful because you not only get to talk to people in the workplace, but you get to discuss your own projects with them, discuss their work. The tutors know a lot of sort of industry professionals as well, and regularly get them in for our reviews and things.
We generally now are having people who are invited in from practice, taking our students as year-out students on the basis of them reviewing their work and identifying that there is an element of quality within the undergraduate course.
My final review last year, a couple of the guys that reviewed my work actually asked me to work for them over the summer. So that was a really good opportunity. Final
reviews follow much the same format as in most schools. They're there to replicate presentations that you would do to a client. When you're in practice, we will invite people who are practicing on a daily basis. Equally, we'll have other academics or people who would specialise, say for instance, in theory. So we have an array of people that can comment back to students on their work with an element of practicality.
So today we've been doing the final reviews. So this is a possibility to present our work and showcase what we've been doing for the last few months before we submit the portfolio after Christmas.
The reviews are really useful. Not only does it mimic real life practice where you may have to present in front of a client and you'll get their feedback as to whether they want to commission your work or not, but it's also useful for sort of being able to review and redesign aspects and to sort of look in depth at specific sort of areas of focus in your designs.
It went really well today, actually. I was very pleased. Made all the hard work worthwhile.
We have people in internationally famous offices like Ollie Sherin in Beijing, Norman Foster and Partners in London, and I think that's usually a good yardstick of that you're teaching what the profession out there requires.